You don't remember the last time you breathed normally. Because right now, you're standing inside the Korean demilitarized zone. And everything about this place is wrong. Too quiet. Too still. Too observed. Your boots press into damp soil. Not mud. Not dry. Just enough to leave a trace. That's your first mistake. Tony's voice cuts in. Calm. Flat. Adjust your step pattern. You shift instantly. Shorter stride. Less pressure. You erase your own presence as you move. That's the rule. You don't walk through the DMZ. You disappear through it. Wind moves across the wire. A low metallic whisper. Somewhere in the distance. A speaker crackles. Korean. Unintelligible from here. Doesn't matter. They're not talking to you. They're listening. Thermal sweep in 30 seconds, Tony says. No urgency. No emotion. Stay in the shadow line. You look down. There it is. A narrow strip of darkness cast by uneven terrain. That's your cover. Not invisibility. Not stealth. Geometry. If you step out of it, you're not an infiltrator. You're a signal. Your fingers tighten. Cold air burns your lungs. You slow your breathing. 4 seconds in. 4 seconds hold. 4 seconds out. You were trained for this. But training doesn't simulate this. Nothing does. Because this isn't a mission. This is North Korea infiltration. And if you fail, there is no extraction. There is no report. There is no you. Move, Tony says. You move. The fence is closer now. Layered. Reinforced. Alive with current. But you're not here to break in. You're here because someone already did. Years ago. Entry point ahead, Tony says. Sanitized. That word again. Sanitized. It doesn't mean clean. It means erased. You drop to one knee. Brush aside loose dirt. There it is. A narrow opening. Almost invisible. Too precise to be natural. You slide inside. Darkness. Immediate. Total. The tunnel is tight. Metal reinforced. Old. But maintained. Your shoulder scrapes the wall. You stop. Freeze. Wait. No sound. No vibration. No alarm. Continue, Tony says. You crawl forward. Every movement measured. Every breath controlled. Because inside this space, you are no longer crossing a border. You are crossing into deep cover protocol. Flash. Light. White. Clean. The lab. You remember it now. The place where you stopped being yourself. Identity package confirmed, a voice had said. Not Tony. Someone else. Colder. They showed you your face. Then showed you another. Same bone structure. Different history. Different life. Sanitized identity, they called it. Your fingerprints replaced. Your records rewritten. Your existence edited. You are no longer traceable, they said. That was the promise. Not safety. Not success. Absence. Back to the tunnel. Your hands move over metal. You feel the temperature shift. Warmer. That means one thing. You're close. Checkpoint ahead, Tony says. Digital surveillance active. Your heart rate spikes. You slow it down. Force it down. Because this part, this is where most fail. Not physically. Psychologically. You reach the end. A hatch. You push. Slow. Silent. It opens. You emerge into a small guard structure. Concrete. Dim lighting. One desk. One chair. And one man. The guard. Mid-40s. Uniform pressed. Eyes sharp. Too sharp. He looks at you. Not surprised. Not relaxed. Observing. You stand. Straight. Neutral. No tension. No hesitation. Because now, this is an infiltration. This is performance. Documents, he says. Your hand moves. Steady. You hand over the passport. He takes it. Slow. Deliberate. This is the moment. Not the crossing. Not the tunnel. This. Because everything you are exists inside that document. If he sees through it, you don't leave this room. Breathing, Tony says quietly. You adjust. Not too calm. Not too tense. Human. Always human. The guard flips the pages. Stops. Looks up. Eye contact. Don't break. Don't challenge. Hold. This is where evasion tactics matter. Not running. Not hiding. Existing, correctly. Seconds stretch. Too long. Too dangerous. Then, he closes it. Slides it back. Proceed. That's it. No smile. No warning. Just acceptance. And just like that, you're inside. You step past him. One step. Then another. Don't rush. Never rush. Because now, you are not entering. You are blending. The mission begins now, Tony says. And for the first time, you understand what that means. Because crossing the DMZ, that was the easy part. Now, you exist inside a system designed to detect you. Every camera. Every record. Every movement. Watching. Learning. Waiting. You walk forward. Into the dark. No hesitation. No identity left to protect. Because the truth is, you already disappeared. Back in that lab. Back when they erased your name. Now, you are something else. Something quieter. Something more dangerous. You just stepped into the mouth of the dragon, Tony says. And he's right. Because inside this place, you are not an agent. You are not a visitor. You are not supposed to exist. You are a shadow. In their own house. And if you do this right, no one will ever know you were here. If you do it wrong, no one will ever know you existed. Silence. Then Tony again. Calm. Detached. Welcome to North Korea Infiltration. Pause. If you made it this far, you're already part of the operation. And then, softer. Stay sharp. More protocols ahead. If you were standing at that checkpoint, would you have made it through? Or would you have hesitated? For just 1 second too long? Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe for more deep cover protocol missions.